Hey, thanks to our sponsors at Overdogs.bet, the only place on the planet with exotic MMA prop bets. Sign up now for beta and free play. Please be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, because the King of Violence told you to do so. Show some love to the Overdogs Podcast, baby. If I want to fight one between like a Conor McGregor and a Darren Till is a fight that never happened. We're both bigger. What Darren Till said to me was, some dude he with take my bird in the bushes and blow her brains out.
Yeah, he said, fucking bum, I am going to destroy this man when we finally meet. He's been fighting old, slow, shitty dopes. Darren Till on Mike Perry. There you go.
I just gotta hit him when we in the hotel lobby. We gonna be at the same event. Okay, bitch. There's no knives, no guns. I'll beat your ass in the hotel lobby.
All right, so episode 31, boys.
Overdogs Podcast. We're here. I see the time ticking. Hello, everyone. Thanks for your time. Thanks for talking with us today. Thanks for reaching out. Thanks for all the prayers, all the all the success and the people who made it out. I mean, what a beautiful show, an amazing event. Awesome, man. I'm so grateful for the opportunity, and now I owe you guys more, and you owe me more. More money, and more of a show, more of a fight. So cheers to you guys. Cheers to all the fans. Cheers to Overdogs Podcast. Cheers to Overdogs Cast. Cheers to Ice Bags, the owner and creator of Kenpai Pandas and everything that is cool, you know.
Shout out to Mike Perry for just
Shout
continuing to roll on.
Perry, for sure.
Mac Malley, because shout out to Mac Malley. He wanted to come to the show and he couldn't make it.
Did Brian Ortega make it? It looked like he did, didn't he? That's
showed love. Shout out Brian Ortega. He made it, and he showed love, and we did it.
Boy.
Yeah. And I made it look too easy because Thiago, who's
nobody,
done that to Thiago,
dude.
bro?
That's the number one thing I want to talk to you about, but I don't want to like hog the floor. We missed Bags last episode, so I'll let Bags ask anything first, and we'll go around to that because I was gonna get to that. I was like, bro, you made that. We didn't even get to have a fight. The first thing when I hopped in here a second ago, I was gonna say, you even have a mark on your face, dude? From what? I mean, it was quick as fuck. No, not even close, bro. What you got, Bags? How you been, brother?
It was a beautiful fight. I mean, I wanted to be there so bad, man, and I ended up getting fucking sick as hell. Got my kids sick, so I wasn't able to go. I almost went last minute, and I was like, I'm just going to watch it from the house. But, man, what a fucking show. I mean, really, the whole card was great, other than a couple of injuries, and some good fights. I hated to see that happen.
Those add to the show.
It does.
That adds.
Yeah, and there was a couple nasty ones, man. Homie got his bicep rolled up in his arm. Juggernaut, dislocated his elbow there. And then, of course, Big Ben then comes out and knocks out Duffy like it was nothing. Duffy was like, he felt the power and was like, I don't even want to fucking be in here. Yo, I called Ben right after the fight. I'm like, Ben, congratulations. And Ben's like mad, right? Ben's like, fuck that, man. I wanted a clean knockout on him. I'm like, dude, he didn't even want to be in there with you. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I wanted to knock him out. And I'm like, well, that's second best. And then, of course, Mike comes on and does what he does in, 90 seconds? That left.
40 seconds. It was 40 seconds.
See, I thought Thiago was going to get
nasty.
He had an 18-second count to get up. Because I knocked him out with 18 seconds left. He got up. But I also was telling my mom that I thought, maybe he deserved a better chance than the ref gave him, because if I'm on my feet, I'm thinking I got to bounce around. So when it looks like he stumbles to the right, he really might have just been trying to get his legs going and bounce up and down.
Bro, right there, he's done.
That's what. Yeah, the way he went down at first.
I would have hit him with the same left though. I would have faked the jab and came up jab, and that would have happened again.
You usually knock people out with their right hand too, like that fucking double hook. That was two hooks.
Yes.
That was exactly what Ross Levine actually landed. The pit, just body shot, then go right up top with the same hook. You flattened him, bro, with your lead hand.
Yes, I'm. Yeah, definitely. But the OGs know there's a video of when I beat Hung Yu Lim. They're like, Mike Perry be setting this shit up with the left hand. People say he's right hand crazy, but it's the left, bro. The left doesn't even try.
You brought some power there.
Yeah, big time. The way he went down at first, usually when someone gets dropped, like you can tell them kind of think about it for a second, like how bad is this gonna get? Fuck. Yeah, but I'm with Bags. Right when it showed that angle, when it showed his face, like, nah, maybe not.
Yeah.
Were you surprised, Mike?
I was mad as fuck. Yeah, no, I was mad as fuck the whole time. I was so mad. There was more. There was so much more to give that I trained for. I put in work, bro. I put in work in the gym, and just I wanted to stay on the path though. You'll have a fight, you'll celebrate, and then I mean there was a time when I wanted more time. I wanted months of just not doing the strenuous stuff that I was doing to my body. And then it's like I ease my way back in, but there's never anything light. It's always full intensity. Like it's always serious. If I go back to training, I could sit on the couch for 2 months. The first thing I'm doing is going to sparring and I'm trying to knock somebody out. I mean, they're trying to do it to me, bro. If you hit somebody just right, look how they fall down. It looks like nothing. You just do it precise.
So you got mad. You got mad after Rockhold quit. You got mad after Eddie quit. You got mad after you knocked out Tiago. What's the fucking perfect finish for you, homie?
That's what I'm saying.
But it was perfect because the shit that I talked, I thought it was positive, and I had a reason for why I called out who I called out. He's saying shit that your ass can't cash. That's what you're doing, and he's a real combat sports athlete. Like he was a real fighter, a young kid who came up fighting same way as I did. He had lots of fights and in the big leagues and some of the biggest fights, and he fought some of the biggest names. So, it's MMA math. We've had Max Griffin on here. He's a good competitor. Had a decision. He fought Tiago as well. That's what I'm saying. MMA math. And I guess Tiago won a decision against him. He won a decision against me. It was a split decision, and it could have been mine, but he fucked my eye up a little bit. So, and he dropped me in the second. But, fuck MMA, bro. But I'll beat an MMA fighter's ass with these hands. And if anything were to happen, if I was to fight an MMA fighter, I'll get disqualified before I lose. Because I'll stomp that motherfucker on the face when he goes to the ground. Just stomp his face. Soccer kick. Bam. Yeah, I ain't got no shoes on because it's in my house right now.
Where do you go if that doesn't happen? Like, where do you go? Where do you go from here? Where do we do? Like, because, yeah, I could rant for a sec, but yeah, no, where do you go from here, Mike? Let's say that doesn't work. I mean, ideally, kind of like you asked Ortega, like.
I just fight other names. I just fight. Like, they're there. They're there, so, and it's rule sets. Mm-hmm. That's what they're going to want. They're going to want rule sets. And, I think doing the boxing I do, with the MMA knowledge I have, I could be one of the first athletes to go in and out, and just keep winning regardless. A fight's a fight. WWE, that's a fight. That's a fight of a different kind. There's lots of logistics involved, right? And, but I'll punch on the big show, or, like Floyd did, or I'll punch on a WWE guy, bro. Because I'll punch your face. I'll punch your hand with my face.
That was going to be my next question, Mike. I'm assuming you've been getting probably a lot of calls. I know you've been getting, a ton of podcast requests and things like that since after your fight. Have you started having other, leagues reach out already? Have you been in any kind of talks, even if it's just the beginning of talks?
Yes, already. Yep.
Because I personally don't think that Darren Till is going to come over and fight bare knuckle. Like I just don't think he's built for that. What about Connor? Connor's now a part owner of BKFC. How about Connor versus Mike Perry?
What do you know about that?
Absolutely. I know, he bought the joint. Why didn't I call him out? What, you want me to say his name every time? I I called you out. You were there. You gave me a face-off. Now Nate Diaz, one of your biggest opponents, was here, and I didn't ask him for a face-off so he could tell me or live in your shoes or tell me to go square off with myself. And, you know, I was hype. I shouted out my peoples, and I said, let's go, David Feldman. And I said, I'll fuck you up in here, bro. Like, that's what this shit is, bro, because I get so amped up. So amped up. And then they're like, okay, you've waited all day. The clock has been ticking 24 hours, right? And it's like, you can kill each other. Go.
And then when it ends in 40 seconds, you still hadn't used all that energy up either. Jazz, why don't you play the post-fight speech for us, because it was good.
Platinum Mike Perry, that is 5-0 in the BK.
Shout out
You got
Cyrus.
that done very, very quickly, proving why you are the king of violence. There's a lot of folks out here tonight watching you. What do you got to say to them?
My easiest fight yet, just like I said it would be. I'm the
Shout out
undisputed
Ariel
king
Helwani.
of bare knuckle. I'm number one pound for pound. Fuck anybody who think differently. I'm the king in this bitch. Come and see me, bro. If you want the smoke, if you want the money, I want all the smoke and all the money. You can't beat me. It's my money. Give me the bag. Let's go, David Feldman. Let's go, Marcus Cypher, Young LA. Shout out to everybody that came through. All the fans. We in this bitch. I've been screaming all night. I've been ready for this. It's lifelong. Come and see me, bro. I'll fuck you up in here.
Mike, what more can you do, my friends? What more can you do? Who is on your hit list now?
Darren Till, you fat fucking bitch. Get your ass over here.
I was
or I'm
mad,
coming to
bro.
UK. Yo, Nate Diaz got to fight with Jorge Masvidal. Some East Coast versus West Coast shit. Throw the hands. I would have asked for a face-off, but he would have told me to square up with myself, motherfucker. So shout out to him, man. I ain't a hater, bro. We all out here trying to make it. And I'm fucking fighting for every step I take.
Ladies and gentlemen, your king of violence.
No, look.
See, like you said, you're still mad. Always still
was-
mad, bro. You always have so much energy. You like, dude. Fighters often have like some type
I
of.
say East Coast versus West Coast because we United States, and like I'm talking about these UK motherfuckers. And if I want to fight one between like a Conor McGregor and a Darren Till is the fight that never happened. We're both bigger. He's big. I'm fighting at 185. 185 ain't hard for him to make. He's 215, 208 maybe, and it's fat. It's not. He trains. He cuts the weight, and at 185 I can do it. And you know, I don't got no beef with Conor McGregor, so his name was on top of my head. What Darren Till said to me was, some dude he with take my bird in the bushes and blow her brains out?
Yep.
Okay, bitch.
Yep. Well, do you know what he said today? I don't know when it was. I think it was today, but he said, fucking bum, I am going to destroy this man when we finally meet. He's been fighting old, slow, shitty dopes. Darren Till on Mike Perry. There you go.
I just got to hit him when we in the hotel lobby, bro. We going to be at the same event. Bitch, no knives, no guns. I'll beat your ass in the hotel lobby.
What do you think it would take for him to actually get in the bare knuckle pit? Because I'm with Bags. Like, you are in such a weird position, Mike, and why we sit here and try to come up with.
I can put gloves on.
So you would chase him
He
somewhere
still got to
else.
take a beating. He got to take a beating.
Yeah.
4-ounce gloves. Fucking Muay Thai match. What's up, bitch?
Where would you do it?
Or fucking anything.
I
Whatever.
think the fight can be made. It's just not going to be made in BKFC.
Yeah.
And you know, look, BKFC is a great organization. They're absolutely cooking right now.
Yep.
But I just don't think Darren has the fucking balls to get in there with him.
Me either.
Like here's the thing, and this is what you were going at, Mac, is like, what is next? Because
UFC should do that.
people don't want to now. People don't want to get in there with Mike.
No,
you know
yeah,
what I
and
mean? Like it's
there's
going to be hard to get another big name to have the balls to step up after watching Rockhold go down and Eddie go down and Tiago go down. It's who the fuck wants to get in there now?
And then he's the A side. Mike's the A side on all these fights now.
Right.
So like he's not gonna sit there and just take these fucking dudes that have fought two, unknown dudes that have come up through the organization. I mean, like BKFC puts on these bangers, and like they don't produce a ton of their own stars. It puts you in a precarious. Is that the right word? It puts you in a weird situation though, because dude, you're sitting there and you're having to like draw someone over to fight you. Everyone wants to fight you, but not in the bare knuckle. So it's like, who the fuck's gonna actually do it?
That's okay, man. If fighting is a weird sport like that where, there's somebody, because Jake Paul's about to fight Mike Tyson. There's some names, but
But if you boxed, dude, if you just boxed, you could probably get any fight within 2 weight classes of yourself with this type of trajectory you're on. I mean, who the fuck wouldn't want to go fight Mike Perry? Well, I mean, you know what I mean. Fighters, though. Like, with boxing gloves, I think Darren Till would do it. Fuck no, though. Like, Superfan, shout out Superfan, he tweeted this right after the fight, and this is the general consensus. Like, legitimately, dude. You're like the Michael Jordan of bare knuckle. You're too fucking good at it. Like, everyone says, regurgitates the same.
Amen, bro.
You
Amen,
are the
bro.
same. You were made for this shit, bro. Yeah. You were made for this shit. And I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck you do. Someone's got to step up. Darren.
And he's
Go ahead.
progressing. He's progressing. Yes. Like I hit JT, his boxing coach, right after that. And I was like, bro, the double left. And then JT was like, it was sick, but did you see his head movement? And I was like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And he's like, bro, if he's got his fucking head moving like that and throwing a left, like nobody can get in there with him, right? Like, and it's right. It's true.
No, you can enter because
Yeah,
I'll open the door. I'll open the door for you.
You might get drug out.
Come on in here. Come on in here. Come on in. It's warm and cozy.
Is this one of the biggest? Is this? I'm sitting here talking about Mike like he's not sitting here in the room with us, but is this one of the biggest combat sports comebacks in history?
Okay,
Mac, what do you think?
I'm like, okay, because dude.
You saw what Chael said?
What did Chael say? I guarantee it's pretty much what I'm going to say, too.
Oh, yeah.
Chael loves Mike.
Bro.
Chael loves Mike.
100%. I guarantee he said the same thing. Everyone kind of thinks the same thing. Who the fuck? No, it's got to be the biggest. It's got to be. There's a few other people that have gone out there. Like shout out Sergio Pettis. He had some rough times. He's super young, bro. Super young and a very talented. You had DJ and Borg and
Rampage Jackson, bro. Me versus Rampage.
There we go. People would watch that. But yeah, as far as
Rampage, I'm calling you
leaving
out.
the UFC and coming back bigger and making yourself now like where Conor came to your fight and went in the cage to fuck around with you. Like, no, bro. It's the biggest one.
John Jones.
But no.
We need to run it back.
Oh, there you go.
We need to run it back, John. We used to fight I feel like I can fight a man, like man to man, Come on, man. I can fight, man. I can fight, bro. And I want to fight the best. And, Jake Paul, but I don't care if you're 230 pounds. I'll be 199.
Like Mac, I can't even name one person in the UFC that I think in a similar weight class that could even go in there and fucking hang with him for more than a round and a half in BKFC. I don't think there's one out there.
Hey, Mike, I'm not
Anthony
saying this.
Joshua.
I'm not saying this, Mike.
Slow down, Mike. Slow down, dog.
Not many people
Let's
talk.
go. Let's go, Anthony Joshua. I'm too fast. You saw that head movement when he was calling my name? Oh. Woo. Come on, man. My footwork. If they ain't have all them wires and cameras and people in the ring when I was getting announced, boom, boom, bounce all over that ring. You won't see it coming.
And prayers up to Ngannou and his family. You mentioned Joshua, and I just thought about that. So.
Oh my goodness. God bless, man.
Dude, there's just Mike. You've beaten people's ass with no boxing gloves on, with no gloves on, to a point you kind of put yourself in a position here, bro. I'm looking at. The UFC is not going to make no fucking deals with BKFC lend a fighter, but you have someone like
there was a fight talk with a long time ago, me versus Andy Ruiz in an MMA match.
Oh my god,
in Saudi Arabia.
I wanted to see that so bad when I heard about that.
That would be fucking hilarious, bro.
Bro, I couldn't even choke him, bro. I'd be on his neck like.
I don't know what the fuck you do. Rafael Dos Anjos, if he leaves the UFC, maybe. Like, there's just, it's not even
that's
big,
mean,
bro. You're
bro.
A
That's
side.
mean,
You're
bro.
A side.
That's
Yeah.
mean.
Vicente Luque, maybe he might. I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck you do with Mike. You got to convince Darren to come over, and that's my point. Mike, what do you
Why
think it would
Vicente
take?
hadn't already
Feldman.
came over
Let's
here?
Let's beg Feldman right now. What will it take to get Darren in there? What do you think Darren would actually
Ain't
accept?
begging. Ain't begging for shit.
I'll beg.
Mac, that's
Yes, that's
you.
me. I said I'll beg.
I'm not begging.
Okay, you're
bro.
not. I'm begging. What do you think it would take to get Darren Till to do bare knuckle with you?
Sean Strickland, me and him. Sean Strickland wants to punch me in the face so
I wanna see
bad.
that.
I have to protect myself. I have to protect myself if I ever meet him.
Why does he want to fight you?
Cause I'm me, and he wants to punch on me because he think the same
okay.
way.
He wants to fight everybody he walks into.
I need to practice some more MMA, but I just be punching on dudes.
I'm talking straight up. I'm just talking straight up bare knuckle here, man.
Me too.
I think he mopped Sean. I mean, Alex has got some size on him. I think him and Alex will be a good fight, bare knuckle.
Let's get 2 NFL players in the ring at the same time against me.
You want to do some circus type shit now, huh? You bored? You bored?
Let's get Bob Sapp. Let's get Jean-Claude Van Damme. Let's get man. Let's go.
I like that. Seagal and Van Damme tag team against Mike Perry.
Let's get the owner of a yacht so that I can just boop boop and then get on the yacht.
Man, I bet that yacht owner would just let you come
My
on and
neck
hang out
tight.
whenever you wanted to.
Anybody willing to sign, when
I
the
hear
name
you.
come through.
I hear you. I just don't know what that next fight. I mean, here's the good thing: you got months to figure it out, and believe me, I'm sure Feldman's already on the fucking phone and working on that. You got a few months to figure it out, but yeah, I've tried to rack my brain and figure out who it could be, and I'm like, nothing even comes to mind at this point.
And that's why Mike is now
something
having
will.
to call out Rob Van Dam, bro. Like, he's called out 100 people sitting here. It's like, Mike, you beat everyone's ass, bro.
It's okay, man. I just go. I move on. With my life. Fighting is something that's like they might not ever let you do it again. It's not legal. You're not allowed to do it publicly. So it's just an opportunity at times to build and set up other things, and that's what I gotta get into business. But then some of these guys who got their businesses and they had some fights, they talk about fighting and they don't want to get in there. But like, I'll get in there. I want to get in there.
Mike's like, fuck opening a coffee shop, dude. I still want to bang. I'm still doing this. You have fun doing it. Do you know what's funny? I'll tell you this, Mike. You like this story. And Bags, you like it too, because I don't know what it is, man. Like, when bare knuckle came around, most combat fans thought it was a little bit too brutal. Like this, they honestly straight up thought it was like, kind of like they treated it like slap fighting. Slap fighting came around, people were like, bare knuckles kind of just stuck around for years. Like, shout out to Feldman, dude. He built that, the little app. It's $5.99 a month. You get like 3 fight cards a week. They're just trucking along every week. There's a card on. Like, sometimes you're not gonna hear about it. It's not a huge card, but they're just steamrolling along, putting on these big fights like with you in them and shit. Having Nate Diaz at the fight, all this shit, dude. But it's become accepted, and it's funny that Bag says like, that's your wife, right? Was like, I love this shit. You thought it'd be too brutal for her, and she wasn't really into the fights, and she's sitting there like, wow, this is fun. It's because it's highly digestible. Even when someone gets punched, you don't know what happened. The fight ends. You're wondering what the fuck happened. Oh, he tore his arm or whatever the fuck's happening. There's always consequences, and it's fast paced and really easy to digest and understand, and not explain someone has this person in a triangle. He's actually getting all that bullshit. But what's funny is, so my girlfriend and her twin sister know nothing about fights. When we started dating, she knew Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. That was it. And now she's kind of gotten her sister into it. Her sister kind of like looked at our podcast and stuff, and she's like, so when's Mike Perry fighting? So right before the fight card, my girlfriend kept fucking, yo, how do I buy this pay-per-view? And I'm like, just come over and watch it. She's like, yeah, but her sister lives a couple towns away. She's like, my sister wants to buy it too. She's trying to convince her boyfriend like to watch it with her. And her boyfriend doesn't like it either. Dude, she was texting, live tweeting the whole time. She is a giant Mike Perry fan, bro.
Snowball effect.
Snowball effect. That's exactly. Yeah, bro.
It is, because I ended up going over to my boys' house because there's about 10 of them over there, and they rented the fight, and I was like, I'll just swing through and watch it. And literally 30 minutes later, Margaret's texting me like, "Hey, how do I rent Mike's fight?" And she was just back at the house laying in bed, And I'm like, this is fucking incredible.
That I didn't see all of her texts because I was paying attention, but I'm gonna ask my girlfriend to send me a screenshot of some of them because she was like all gassed up, dude. She's like, her boyfriend was looking at her like, what the fuck? Since when do you like watching this brutal shit? And I don't know, bro. It was fucking hilarious. Live texting my girlfriend the entire time. When's Mike? Is he next? He's next, right? Like, bro. I don't know. It's funny, man. It's just funny as hell. You wouldn't think that's the most digestible one. I don't know.
Yeah, but listen, all the kids who think they have dreams and want to be a fighter, I mean, I could hope that the next generation would look at me, look up to me, and be like, man, I'm trying to do things the right way. And, I'm giving it my best. And it depends on what you ask me to do, Fighting people is something that I can train for, and I'm grateful for all the support that it gets. And but then you have to go on and be a human being. That's important. You have to go be a human being. And I have babies and stuff, and moms and nanas and Gigi's and all types of beautiful things in my life that it's platinum protection.
Protection plan. Let's go.
How hard is it, Mike, for you to? Because I know, like the month leading up, especially, right? Like you're like in camp, you're 100% focused on the fight. You still got to provide for the family and take care of like day-to-day things, but you're probably a little more checked out on the fighting side. And then you come back after a fight, you got time off. Is it easy for you just to slide back into daddy mode and not think about fighting for a while, or you just want to get back in the ring immediately?
Well, they give you a suspension in the pros, and that suspension is challenged after so many days.
Because yours was like what, 90 days or something?
No, not this time. It says 60 days, but I thought it was, the one doctor lady said 7 to 10 days until the stitches come out, and then it's removal, He gave me some stitches. When they say you should see the other guy? If I said that, they'd be like, oh, he's, he seems a little ditzy, but like he looks normal. He doesn't have a cut on his face. I didn't make him bleed. Or is that internal bleeding?
I mean, it's something when you hit the canvas and don't get up. Who was the guy that got his fucking jaw broke and it looked like maybe his cheekbone broke? I don't know if you've gone back and watched the whole card, Mike, but this guy's face was literally like this. And he ended up winning the fight. He ended up starching dude, and he didn't get back up.
Was it the dude that was getting teed the fuck off on in one round? Okay, yeah,
Yes.
I forget the guy's name, but this Mexican dude, guy was just getting fucking lit up, bro.
Angulo, Alfredo Angulo. They said there was a video. He said and Alfredo finds fire because he looked like a caveman. And oh my goodness! But he lands a right hand.
Here's what I love about BKFC, right? Because when they go somewhere, you got to fill this card up, at least the first half of it, with a bunch of local guys, right? Because you can't have 12 fucking monster pro fights on a card. And these dudes, especially for the LA fights, look like it was fucking cholo gangbangers coming in there and just throwing fucking fists. And it was so entertaining. Like that was probably my favorite card to watch, top to bottom, that I've seen out of BKFC so far.
That's what's up, man. I'm super happy that y'all had a good experience.
My girlfriend's sister, that was the first time she ever watched combat sports. First time she paid for the pay-per-view, and I was wondering if she'd be like, "Oh, that's it? It's only 40 seconds? No complaints." So yeah, you're right, Bags.
Nah, man, people get tired of, and obviously UFC is a great product, but people get fucking tired of 3 out of the 8 fights going on the ground and nobody throwing a punch. Like people get, like especially like just casual fans, dude. It gets fucking boring, bro. And in BKFC, it's nonstop action. These dudes are just throwing hands, trying to end each other so they can get the fuck out of there.
Yep. You can put nobodies on a card. And I'm not being disrespectful, calling somebody nobody. I'm just saying, as far as fight promotion, you could put nobodies on a card as long as someone's getting slept and they look like they fought before, right? Like you don't want people out there looking like influencers trying to fight, right? But you put two professional fighters in there and people are getting smoked. No one really cares. It's enjoyable.
I'm driving your ass down to Compton or Los Rancheros or wherever the fuck these boys are, and you can call them nobodies again.
You know what I mean. You get my point. But like with the UFC, they've kind of like bro. And I don't try to hate, but they put on so many cards. It's just like back burner thoughts. These Apex cards lately, dude. I had bare knuckle on the big TV in UFC on the laptop, and those are the prelims of BKFC.
I mean, I was just gonna ask, like, what fights do we have coming up, right? That are big fights, and I was looking at it. You got Pantoja coming up. 300 was an absolute banger. Great. Have we talked
since then?
No, we haven't talked since 300. 300 was amazing, top to bottom. Max Holloway, you know, that moment right there is one of the greats. But like coming up, I'm sitting here looking at the upcoming cards, and I'm just not super excited about any of the fights.
Yeah, here's your main card. Here's your main card for 301, which is this weekend.
I feel like people said that about UFC 300, but
they were just bitching.
Then we all like just fell in love with that shit. You know, they make the card great. You know, it's gonna be awesome. And man, to be a young man and be able to fight others for, you know, life-changing amounts of money, you know, security, I guess. That's all it is security.
This card is
fighting for security.
All just security guard.
Fighting for security. Platinum Protection Plan.
The Platinum Protection Foundation for
for them dudes that can't fight good.
Dude,
no more need to stop.
What was the story of that video?
Where did the video come from, Mike? 'Cause that shit was the funniest ever.
No, man, you know, I ain't have nothing to live for back then. And it was like, you know, you ain't gonna scare me out of freedom, but at the same time, there are freedoms in this world that are not necessary. And if I'm going to teach my children something, it's going to something good. Like, you don't have to do some things. You don't have to need to get to people's attention. Just keep taking your opportunities and make the most out of them. And so enjoy the support around you. People will support if you don't want to, like, you know, disrupt others. Everybody deserves their space. You know, that's what we all just want, some space that's ours that we can all feel good to, you know, just be. I
feel like Mike has found his chi.
Yeah, that's
like
what
he's found his zen. And I say this because I don't know if you've noticed it, Mac, and Mike and I have talked about this kind of in private. I don't think even on the show, but like anytime that Mike's now, if you look back at the last many fights and the press conferences, the leading up to it, you know, it's his job to sell the fight, right? Like, you got to talk shit, you got to hype the crowd up. But Mike has never once personally attacked somebody that he's fought. You know what I mean?
He doesn't fucking do a Dylan Dennis and go search up your criminal history and every picture your
he never takes
former girlfriend's ever. Yeah, no. He just
that's the easiest way to get the crowd excited, right? And to hype up a fight. But Mike's just, he's told me before, he's just like, I refuse to do that shit, man. Like, there ain't no point in attacking somebody personally to do something.
You know, somebody's mama or wife or girlfriend or something actually did something malicious to me, then it would give me something to talk about. Like, you know, Eddie, his girl was kind of mean to me and shit. So, you know, he would get on her. He
did. After he said,
did
knock it off. He said, knock it off. Yeah. So, will you stop?
I don't want him to beat me up again. Because that's who I'm hitting. I don't, you know. Everybody got a mama. I got a mama, bro. Chill.
I've noticed what you mean, Bags, though, because, I mean...
And if you take it there and you talk about my bird...
you bring it right back.
Darren Till. If I wanted to punch someone, I want to punch him.
That's the fight, man. We've talked about this so many times, but that's the fucking fight. I don't know how it gets done where. But, like, that is the great white buffalo of, like, hardcore MMA fans, bro. That's the one fight that got away we never got that everyone wanted. We all needed. That, like... You know, Tony Ferguson, Khabib. There's a few great white buffaloes, but that's definitely one of the banger all times. Darren Till, Mike Perry, we got to get that done. But you have, Mike. You found your chi, like he just said. You seem to kind of just go along with this a lot. You're not trying too hard. You're not. I know sometimes.
But I have, you know, I mean, talking about my girl, yeah. I mean, I got to fight over that, bro.
Oh,
like,
100%.
We got to fight over that, but it's so weird because you all the way on the other side of the world, like, you know, feel like some, that shit just made me mad. Bro.
Well, it was funny, the press conference you had with Thiago, that shit went viral, man. And, like, Thiago's not known as, like, being an on-mic personality, like, on-mic MIC.
Look, he said some Conor McGregor shit.
Dude,
You stiff as a board, mate. Stiff as a
funny,
board.
bro.
Okay,
That
bitch.
went viral as fuck, bro.
Okay.
You got a
He
big ass
was.
head.
Mike did bring it out of him a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
And it was
He
a
got
good
big ass
comeback.
head. Yeah, and he goes, "You ain't doing nothing to it." Yeah, it was funny, bro. That shit was all over Twitter.
Bro, we need, you know what we need to do? I saw that boat that JT was on in Dubai. We need to, like, have a fight on the beach. Remember Fight Island? That was, you know, we a fight on the beach and then we leave the fight in my fight kit. Fuck it. And we get on the yacht.
Party.
Dude, we
Like
did
it.
that at Karate Combat. We literally did the fights on the fucking beach, just like that. We were 20 yards away from the water. It was 2 cards ago in Mexico.
But did you get on a yacht
There was
after and then go
Okay,
swimming
I did
and
not,
drink
but
and
there were
party right after
there
the
were
fight?
big yachts and like big fucking tourist boats you could get on right there up next to a pier, 20 yards away. 100%. Yeah, it's doable is all I'm saying. Not in Karate Combat. We need this in bare knuckle or
Josh,
private
you
pit
be
fight.
swimming in the ocean at night with your yacht out there, like at nighttime you'll get in the water? Hell
Yeah.
no, that shit's scary.
Yeah. Mike wants to get punched in the face. He's scared to jump in the fucking water when it's dark.
Bro, water is scary, bitch. I will
Did
drown.
you not swim?
If something is under the water, bro, is a fish, I'm drowning. A bass could take me out.
I'm gonna take Mike's spearfish. Mike's like, something got my toe.
Fuck
It's Darren
that.
Till following us in a snorkel.
All right, I'll drown him in the water, though.
That's the fight.
What
It's
you
gotta be-
drinking on tonight, Mike?
That was VSOP that I got with the house. I got it with the house. So
What's the
it's
big
from
ass chain?
1972. It's from 1972, bro. This cognac. Straight out the bottle, too. It's at $13,000.
I mean, Bags, I think you and me are kind of struggling with the same thing. It's like, what's there to really say? There's nobody jumping to fight Mike. Mike beating everyone's ass. He didn't, like, have much to explain about that fight besides left
What
hook.
other good fights are
Well,
out
no,
there?
this is what I'm bringing up.
What other good fights you want?
Well, let's talk about one we just saw. We had one of them on the podcast, Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. What the? Let's go, Mike. I want you to
Mike.
take on that.
How shocked were you? Because I was fucking floored when I saw this. I was on the plane, so I didn't get to see the whole thing. But I was like, look, me and Mike sat front row at Devin and Regis.
Yeah.
And it was one of the most spectacular performances as far as just piecing somebody up and not getting touched that I've ever watched live. And then this happens. What's your thoughts on that, Mike?
Well, Ryan came forward and fought him, and he hit him in the face. And Haney was waiting for what?
That first drop, I think that fucking
Yeah, he can get
that
bopped,
freaked him out.
but, like, you gotta let the hands go. If you bop me, it's gonna be a tornado in there.
I was floored by the results, to be honest. I mean, fuck, he was a, what, like 8 or 9 to 1 dog
It was
on that
huge,
fight.
huge. And
I
then
just
by,
I
like,
thought Devin was going to piece him up. Obviously, he'd been going through some shit mentally, right? Garcia had. So I'm like, he's not going to be in the right mind frame. But maybe he just twisted just enough of that crazy into the right fucking spot right before that fight went off.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I like Devin Haney. I said it'd be funny, like if Ryan won, if he comes out and like he's still like this crazy after. It's like, bro, hell yeah, like we got the Joker in boxing now,
Right.
But and then he had just lost to Tank. I think people kind of doubted him, not just because of the crazy thing. There were people out there that thought that was all a facade. He's just faking all that shit for publicity. Worked apparently, but the power he seemed to have, man, like. I don't know. And they have fought 6 fucking times. We asked him out. I don't know. Yeah, I was shocked too. But when Devin went down, I went, oops. And he didn't look right after that because he's not like a Mike Perry where Mike Perry's going to say, all right, let's trade him then. Devin was trying to figure him back out. And damn. It closes like an 8-1 dog. Devin was like an 8-1 dog in the last couple rounds. Live betting. What the fuck?
Yeah, but I mean, Haney was able to make it 12 rounds.
Yeah. No, no rip on Devin. And he also took the fight 3 pounds missed. Ryan missed 3 pounds.
Yeah, that was weird.
What was that, $1.5 million
He could have
fine?
made it. He could have made it, but it's like he did that Somebody said he did that to show that he could pay Devin Haney to take the fall.
Mike, if you start eating 1.5 million in fines, I'm gonna smack you because that's just dumb as fuck.
No, that'll
Hell
hurt.
yeah.
So who knows, man?
It seems like I don't know. Well, hey Mike, what do you do? You're obviously a fascinating fighter in culture of MMA, martial arts, combat sports in general. What does someone like you, who obviously likes to have a good time, what did you do after the fight? How do you wind down? How do you party? How hard do you go? Like, whatever you're willing to tell us. Any funny stories after this one? Any funny stories leading up to it? I mean, people listen to you talk about whatever.
Yeah, I mean, funny, like, okay, there was, I was just, I would train, I would chill, I would go around and see the city a little bit. I would eat. Everything had a time frame.
You got a favorite meal after a fight? Okay, wait. Do you have a favorite meal after a weight cut? So you check in, weight, you're cleared. Anything? What do you eat after that, and what do you eat after you win the fight?
So I ate at a couple 5-star restaurants, throughout the week as in preparation. We go to dinner as a team, and we just talk about everything else. We don't even talk about the fight. Mm-hmm. We just go, what should we do out here? Where should we go? What should we see? I didn't even see the Hollywood sign my time there, but like I had a car, but driving around and doing stuff at certain times. I had media obligations, and I just prepared myself, whatever that required, and I did what was needed of me in certain positions for certain people, and I helped out and I made adjustments and we put on a show, because they're an amazing production team and effort. Lots of great people go into those shows, and I was happy to be able to do my part. And, did we keep the entertainment going, bro, no matter what, right? Like, that's what, like, the WWE stuff is about. It's these guys as a persona, it's who they are, and they can add in some lines, I guess. I don't know.
Mike, this is the second time you mentioned WWE. I feel like you got like a little bit of appetite or something to get in there.
Man, I'll tell them the same shit. I'll beat up any one of you big muscle heads.
I think it's just like if no one's going to fucking
Mike will be
fight
calling
me,
them all purple juice heads.
Yeah. If no one's going to fucking fight me, I'll go and fake fight whoever you fuck you want as long as you're famous. Like something. Yeah, dude. What about...
Did you do any after party, or did you just chill after?
Who are you guys
Wait,
gonna... What about you guys? Who you guys want to fight?
Fuck. I'm fighting I'm fighting my demons daily.
My bad habits. My bad habits. How about that? Yeah. I don't know, dude. Like, I've scrapped in my life. Like, I've thrown down, and I'm not, like, bragging. Like, not like, oh, shit, professional or anything. I've trained, whatever. But I don't really have, like, Karate Combat actually offered me a fight at one of the upcoming influencer fight cards. And I really thought about it. And I'm like, wouldn't it be cool? Like, fucking go out there. I could probably smoke that guy. I slept on it, man. And I was kind of just like, I don't know, man. Bags, why'd you do it? Why'd you go and do it? I don't have that. I'd have to want to hit somebody, and I don't really care.
I did it to prove it to myself more than anything. When I did it, I had just turned 40.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't ever fought like publicly, right? And so to put yourself out on, publicly on the line in front of your peers and people that know you, like, it takes a lot of guts, right? And so I was just like, fuck it, that's what I want to do. And so that's what I did. And I might do it again. I'm thinking about doing it maybe later this year. But yeah, I mean, obviously it ain't bare knuckle. It ain't like, something where I'm putting myself in a super dangerous position. But at the same time, anytime you put yourself out there publicly to get punched in the face and potentially, end up on your ass on the canvas, like there's something there that gets the juices going. I think you should do it, Matt.
So what I told him was I would need more time for this Austin card. Like, dude, because if I'm going to do it, it would be in the Karate Combat pit, like under their rules. I'd be wearing 4-ounce gloves, kicks, all that stuff. And I'm like, if I'm going to I work for Karate Combat. If I'm going to fucking like represent them, I'm not going to go out there and get beat up by an influencer. I need to get my ass in shape and take it serious, even if it lasts 10 seconds, I don't care. But like I just don't have. I don't know. Maybe I gotta start shit with someone. Maybe get someone to talk about my bird. I'll get all pissed and get in the gym. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you did mention she had a twin. What's her name?
Her name's
fucking with you.
Vanessa.
I'm fucking with
Her
you.
name's Vanessa, and Mike, shout her out. You got a new biggest fan.
I want to shout out my biggest fan, Sean Strickland. He be talking about mental health, men's mental health. Shit, if I talk about mental health, I'm concerned about the women's mental health too. And, we all need to get checked sometimes. And I just don't let those thoughts out. Like, you know how he goes on rants? I don't go on rants. I go on trips to the beach. That's where I'm going. I'm taking my family. We're going to Disney World. We're going to the beach. We're going to an amazing dinner experience. Y'all seen that movie Hunger, where they pull a cow up and they set it on fire and it's like a big dinner party,
No.
and then they cut that bitch up. No. It's like up in the air, like a chandelier but it's a cow, and it's prepared and seasoned in front of a whole group of
Like
people.
Mexican
It's
street
like a
tacos.
rich people
They just
party.
shave it off the side, bro.
Yeah, it's just people ate it different ways. It was like a creepy ritual. Like, I ain't trying to share my, but they cut it off. I don't know. They prepared a cool way. You gotta check the movie out. Hunger. It's cool,
Okay.
man. It's weird. Might be some awkward moments, but like,
This is all encompassing. Bags, do you notice this too? Do you think I'm tripping? Like, I feel like Mike, every time he goes in there, he's screaming after his fight. He's still got energy. He's pissed he didn't get to fight more. Like not satisfied with how much banging he got to do right there. It relays even a couple days later where we're sitting there and it's just like he's just popping 100 people he wants to fight still. He's still pent up, man. Like, how do you get that energy out, Mike? Do you knock someone out in the gym and it kind of just, or does it wither away, or what? Or do you just fucking party and chill till it goes away?
fight again.
Poor Lattori.
Fight again.
That too.
No, I'm scared of her. What are you talking about? Yeah, boy. I gotta sleep next to her. If she wanted to, I feel like she's never asleep. She's
One eye
awake.
open all times.
She'll stab me.
Yeah.
No. No, she would if she, felt. Because that's what I teach her. I want her to survive any situation.
We need a Campai Pandas I Love Latinas shirt, Bags. It's kind of a thing of this
Latinas,
podcast.
yeah.
I Love Latinas, yeah.
All right, boys, let's wrap it up.
I love.
Great show.
Yeah. Little update on Mike Perry after his fight. I mean, 2 days removed?
Thanks for talking with
No,
me,
absolutely,
man.
bro.
Appreciate you guys for having me on.
Appreciate you coming on, Mike. Wait, what is the chain? What does it say? The King of Violence chain.
King of Violence, bro.
All right.
Down what's OPP stand for?
Other people's pussy.
Are you down for OPP?
Oh, I know this, bro. Come on.
Other people's pussy. Yeah,
That might
it is.
be.
That's what OPP stands for.
That's
I'm down
crazy,
for OPP.
dude.
Yeah, you know me.
What does it actually mean, dude? Deadass.
It does. I'm telling you what it means.
Yo, life is forever, bro. Amen. Shout out to Jesus. Amen. Thank you for everything. Let's do fun stuff and everyone be safe and happy.
You enjoy your 1972 cognac and
Drink alcohol at the legal age. Control yourself when you drink, and don't drink and drive. And find shiny things of metal like gold, and treat your wives, give them flowers and chocolates, and then take them to fun places, and go swimming, and let me know when you want to watch me punch someone in the face.
with that said,
And he's done.
another episode.
No, I appreciate. Hey, I'm glad you're safe, Mike. It's always a good feeling to see you come back like that. Amazing fight, amazing performance. Shout out to BKFC. Shout out to Feldman. They really did it right. Great card. I'm sure that's a lot of fucking work behind the scenes, but they pull it off. So shout out to everybody there. Episode 31. Just wanted to wrap with Mike about the fight and see what's next. And we'll have a guest back on for episode 32.
With that said, follow everybody on socials. Mike Perry, Ice
Blessed man forever.
Let's
Thank
go.
you.
32 out.
This podcast episode was brought to you by Overdogs Bet. Sign up today for early beta access and free play at overdogsbet.com/beta.